Oh, it's great. George Mackay joins me now. You got the script for this, didn't you? And just thought, I've got to do this.
Yes, yeah. It was one of those that I read scripts quite slowly, and I just raced through this one. Yeah, Ben Power's script, based on Robert Harris's novel. It was just beautiful. It's
very, very intelligent. It's also very tense. It's one of these things that, although we know what's going to happen, you're still on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's so, yeah, you're like, oh, what's going to happen?
I guess you kind of like, you use the hindsight to sort of build the tension, because you know the sort of inevitability of certain aspects of the story.
Yep.
But then I guess, yeah, it's a re-evaluation on that history as well, so there's newness to it as well.
Exactly, and because things I had no idea went on.
Aye.
Jeremy Irons as Neville Chamberlain, of course, masterclass. Yeah. It must have been great to work with him.
Yeah, he was amazing. And he did that sort of amazing thing where he's been so specific and so accurate with the sort of portrayal of Chamberlain, you know, a historical figure, but then also bringing his own sort of style and verve to the character too. There's
a lovely twist in it, which obviously I won't give away, but it just kind of put everything in perspective. And also, there's one speech that he makes when he says, you realise why he was so desperate for peace. You know, he's I suppose, famous or infamous in a way for the I have in my hand a piece of paper. You know, that's what everything revolves around. But he had gone through World War I, and he didn't want that carnage again and that waste of life and all that. So he was trying to do everything, wasn't he? Yeah, and I think that's what I loved about the story, is it kind of feels, I don't know, it feels more true of life, that there's more compromise than often gets seen in stories. It's always more of a kind of binary hero-villain kind of perspective on things. Yeah. And I think, to be inside of experiences, to be inside of, you know, your own life, there's so much compromise all the time that I love that there's a story that is one of the biggest characters in it, is a sort of like kind of an imperfect ending, basically. And resonating today, because Neville Chamberlain got a mention in the House earlier on this week. Oh, right. Which was extraordinary. David Davis, when he told Boris Johnson to sling his hook, and he quoted something that was quoted at Neville Chamberlain, it just shows you. Wow. And actually watching the movie, there was a lot of things where you think, that actually, I get that. Yeah. That could be happening now, for goodness sakes. Yeah, there was, like, you know, kind of sadly, that a lot of the kind of the political climate was equivalent, you know, to the story in 1938, and this sort of, this kind of, I guess, kind of the populist politics and kind of re-evaluating national identity and that sort of being politicised too, and the danger of that as well. And so and again, you know, these characters are looking, obviously, you know what happens with the Second World War and what Hitler did, but these characters at the minute, they don't know, but they have a sense of that sort of impending possibility and the foreboding. Yeah, very much so. One scene which was so interesting, and it's one of those things where you sometimes think, gosh, if that happened today, a mobile phone would have sorted it out. When your character has to race from Downing Street to the House of Commons to give this vital information to the Prime Minister, because there's no way of contacting him. It's extraordinary, because they didn't want to do it through phones because it was top secret. No. And that, again, you know, you're sweating doing that run. I mean, these kind of, I think the lack of technology in historical stuff is keeping me in a job. You know, it's just, I just need to run and deliver messages. Absolutely. Because, of course, you know, we talked about World War I, 1917. What an amazing film that was. Thank you. Wasn't it extra? I mean, I know you were in it, but actually, can you watch it now and just see how, you know, with that all on basically on the one shot, and how they did that? It was phenomenal. Well, it's funny. I've not seen it since kind of the last time we watched it. Well, you know, you're very good. Oh, well, thank you. It was a real joy to be a part of that. A real privilege. Amazing. But it all started, didn't it, with Peter Pan, I guess, when you were a lost boy. Now, we've got a wee picture of you, which I just think is so cute. Where are we? There we are. Okay. Oh, look. That's a serious perm going on there. That's big hair. That's a perm and a wig doubled. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was a perm that then had a wig with holes in it that the perm got pulled through. It was quite a number. I love it. Now, look, what about this James Bond thing? Are you fed up with it? It's recent news to me. Good, George. Well, if I could have your vote, then that's honestly, grand. Look how good you do. Come on. Wow. Let's send that to Barbara Broccoli immediately, if not sooner, and get it sorted out, because we need to do that. But meanwhile, so much going on. We're going to see you in Wolf. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be a really good one. Yeah, that's out in March, I believe. It was out in the States in December, and I believe it's coming to cinemas in March, and that's about a young man who feels he's a wolf trapped in a man's body and going through, is at a therapy
therapy centre to try and process that. And and you know, I won't say what happens, but it kind of things unfold from there. So.
Oh, look.
Oh, yes.
God, fierce, fierce. Meanwhile, though, we can enjoy you on Netflix. I know it's a limited release as well, but it's on Netflix just now. The Edge of War, Munich, The Edge of War. It's a cracker. Thank you. And will you come back in and talk to us about wolves?
Yeah, if you have me, absolutely. I'll come in
anytime. It's always great to see you. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.